Hey everybody, Cindy here with BubbleHunter soaps. Today I'm going to be making one of my new fall scented soaps. It is called Warm Flannel, and the fragrance, you probably can't read the label because it's pretty oily, but it's Warm Flannel and it's from Brambleberry. I am in the process of making all of our fall and winter soaps, and this is going to be one of them. I do have some carryover from last year, so I will be adding those to the website as well. We have frankincense and myrrh, eucalyptus mint, cranberry orange, pumpkin spice, cocoa butter cashmere, and sparkling snowflake, as well as cranberry fig. And I apologize for any noise in the background. It's my fan going. Last few days I haven't been feeling well, so I am just gonna sit, which I normally never do, but I've had just a little bit of tummy bug, nothing major. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do this. I probably won't talk too much through it, but I'll explain colors that I've got going on here once I get to them. So here goes. So I've gone ahead and grabbed my tablets. So I brought up the fragrance notes, and what it says on the Brambleberry website is that this is the perfect fall scent. It's a comforting mix of bergamot, orange, nutmeg, cream, vanilla, orchid, cedar, patchouli, sandalwood, and amber. And the discoloration, it does discolor to a dark brown, but that's not an issue. I'm going to be using activated charcoal and dark red, hence the flannel. And then it does accelerate a little bit in cold process, so what I'm going to do is split this off, and I'm going to do an in the pot swirl, and I'm going to add it at the very last second. And the scent family is spicy. Hopefully, this doesn't go real crazy with my acceleration. So I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna go ahead and add my liquid oils and keep going. This is my typical recipe. In the hard oils and the butter, I have coconut oil, palm oil, and shea butter. In my liquid oils, I use olive, castor, and hemp seed oil. I also have in here kaolin clay and sodium lactate. And buttermilk powder. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put the liquid oils into the melted hard oils and the butter. I'm going to do a quick little stick blend to get it to an emulsion, and then I'm going to split it off. I'm gonna go with that. It's just barely at an emulsion, but I'm gonna split it off because of the acceleration of that fragrance oil. I'm gonna give myself a little time here by just bringing it to this light And because activated charcoal, which is the black I'm using, does tend to accelerate as well. It makes it a little bit thicker, so I'm gonna get that in there. I'm gonna try and do it about half, but if it's not quite, I don't mind. I'm gonna use the same bowl I used for my oils. Set that one aside for a minute. Come back to the big one. Scrape down all of the sides so that all the color gets incorporated. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead in this bucket add the really red mica from Nurture Soap. And I forgot to grab something to measure with. And this is, I can't really read it, maybe about a 1/4 teaspoon. I'm gonna put quite a bit in there actually. And I'm going to also add, I want it to be a little on the darker side. I'm gonna go ahead and add some Angry Rose from Mad Micas. And lastly, I'm going to add just a touch of activated charcoal. Not much. And then since I have it out, I'm gonna go ahead and add the charcoal to the other bucket. And I've had that activated charcoal for a little while. I believe I got it from either Nature's Garden or Brambleberry. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my stick blender out and get this all blended. I don't want to blend it too much because of that fragrance, which I have not added yet, accelerating. But I don't want clumps of color in here either, so I'm gonna mix it a little bit more because I do see just powder in there. And I apologize if you see my head every once in a while because I am sitting, it's harder to see in there. So actually I think that's okay. I think that looks pretty blended. And like I said, this fragrance does discolor, so this will get darker with time, but it'll just add to the look of the soap. Now to mix the activated charcoal. And this is really light and powdery, so I'm gonna try and mix it a little bit before I get that blender in there. Activated charcoal is just wonderful. It just goes deep black, and it is an exfoliant as well. Get it all mixed in, make sure all of the color is dispersed. And I'm gonna get the stick blender out of here. I'm going to hand mix the fragrance oil in. I'll swirl this around a little bit, make sure all the color is dispersed evenly. All the soap off the bottom. Here is the fragrance oil, and as you can see, it's kind of a golden color. It has like 5% vanillin in it, which is why it discolors the soap. I'm gonna go ahead and just go for it, add it in. Hopefully it doesn't rice. It didn't say anything about ricing, it just said accelerates. It's got a very citrusy note to it, which I don't mind. Last year I used this fragrance to make some scrubby bars that I put in as freebies to all of my customers that ordered. And it seemed to have gone over really well. I didn't have any bad comments anyway. So far, so good. I brought you down a little bit closer to the soap so that you can actually see. I hope the lighting is okay. I am in my soap room, and it's kind of dark and gloomy today, so the lighting isn't real fantastic. But I let it sit for not very long, just a couple minutes, while I cleaned up a little bit, and I think it's set up enough to do a little design. I'm just gonna do a basic little swoop. Might not be set up. I'm gonna try a different spoon too. I'll be right back. Let's try this again. I've got just a regular spoon. I'm gonna try and do a better swoopy job here. It's still pretty loose actually, so I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes. Yeah, it's too loose to do, so I'm gonna bring you back in a couple minutes. I'm gonna let it set up. Okay, I'm back. I brought in some light too. I'm hoping it makes a difference to be able to see, but I did a little swirl on top, nothing major. I just wanted to get a little texture. We'll see if this holds this time. Little stick here and just do a little swirl down the middle because it's just not holding, and I'm all right with that, but that looks kind of cute. So we'll get and of course it's not my soap unless you have a little glitter on it, so I'm just using a little pink sparkle. To set off some of the reds and the blacks. is warm flannel. Hopefully you can see how dark and deep that red is. Then we're gonna get the little one and do the same. So on this one, because it's with the sample bars, I split them in half on in this mold, and I just want to texture both sides, so we'll just do it that way. Yeah, it's still so liquidy that it's just not going to hold, but that's okay. Oh, those swoops hold. Those are kind of cute. So one side will be cute and one side will just be basic. And then I'll take the little thingy and do the same down the middle. About right there. Yeah, see that one side just did not. So we're gonna try and just do the swirlies. And then the glitter. There we have warm flannel and the sample bars, the guest bars. And I will bring you back for the cut. I'm back for the cut of more, I think this one's called warm flannel. And I have multiple soaps that I've made recently. I'm gonna go ahead, line this up and cut it with Stella and show you what it looks like on the inside. Oh, that is so cool. They're actually quite gorgeous on the inside, and they're still soft. There is warm flannel. That gorgeous red set off with the black of the activated charcoal. They are beautiful. I have a little spot there that didn't get any color. Right there. So I didn't do the greatest job of mixing it. See, I have some red in there too. I think I was afraid of the acceleration, so I kind of rushed it. Nothing that cannot be fixed. I'm just going to take a warm, damp washcloth, wash off that mica that didn't get blended in, and it will be awesome. They are gorgeous, and they smell. They still have that citrusy scent in the background, or in the foreground actually, and the scent grows on you. I didn't like it last year very much, but this year I kind of like it. It's that gorgeous color. Ooh, that's a cool swirl. Looks like a little flower tulip in the center. A little bit more of the red that didn't get mixed in, but like I said, I can fix that. Not an issue. Another one of those tulip flowers in the center. It's gorgeous. this one as well. Oh, that happened quite a bit. Almost all the way through. Or you could take it as a little ultrasound picture and maybe there's a little baby inside there. Gorgeous. And I'm going to move Stella out of the way. Then I'm going to, well, actually, I think I'm gonna go ahead and use Stella. The sample bars for the small mold that I use, the brambleberry mold. I'm gonna go ahead and use Stella to cut that as well. This one's gonna be a little different. I'm gonna cut it like I normally would. Oh, that one cut really nice and easy. Move them out of the way. I'm gonna put them back in there so that I split them, these bars, in half again. Then I'm gonna move Stella, get the single bar cutter out, and cut them in half. And those are the guest size warm flannel soaps. They are just as gorgeous as the big ones. Cut them as evenly as I possibly can. These are going to be going into the fall winter soap packs as a grouping. At least that's my goal. If they're not going to be in the group, they're definitely going to be sold separate in this size. Awesome. They smell really great. I'm gonna just cut these two at the same time. That one got a little wonky size, but someone's gonna get bigger ones on that one. Then I'm gonna go ahead and cut the ones I just cut off of the ends. The large mold, try and get them a little more even. And there's those. And there we have the warm flannel soaps. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.